Welcome back, you guys. This is another episode of the Rich Aunties podcast. A space where we
Yes,
celebrate being rich as a state of mind and not just a bank statement. I am your
absolutely.
host, Amanda B.
And I am your other host, TJ. Welcome back, you guys.
Yes, come on in. Thank you for being
hmm
here. We're glad that
Yeah,
you came back to listen to us talk and see our faces, even though mine is
yeah.
very dusty right now. It's very
Listen,
dusty under this hat. It's very dusty just in general. It's been a very long weekend, and last 2 weeks have been crazy with the weekend, and then
yeah.
the last couple of days have been crazy.
Tell the people what's been going
Oh
on.
my gosh. So y'all know, I think I touched on it a little bit. I started a new team.
Yes.
So that was prior 2 weeks, right?
hmm
And in the midst of going through this training, I was going through my first transaction.
Period. God
And
be
so on
praised.
top of trying to remember everything they need me to do over here, I'm trying to remember all the things I need to do over here while still doing here and still trying to make some money and still be in a relationship and still be
Mm.
a good friend and still do all these things.
And
And
still
I
take
am
care of
tired
yourself.
and still
You
take
got
care
to
of
take
myself,
care.
which I
Yeah.
failed because today I really
Mm.
felt like, and I think I am like coming down with something and I don't feel my best. So I just
Mm.
take an L today, and I'm probably gonna take an L tomorrow, honestly. So I could just literally like lay down, hide, because I think I'm dehydrated. So I need to hydrate,
Same.
do my skincare regimen because my skin feel dry. But God be the glory, regardless of all of
Yes.
that. Like God is good. He's been holding it down.
hmm
My client closing his first home. I'm not gonna give super big details on that. You guys gotta tune into the
Congratulations.
YouTube channel for that. But
Yes.
the house is closed. But on top of that, me and my man, we are moving
Mm.
forward with some things and we're
Yes, my man,
making
my man.
moves. My man. Y'all know he's gotten on my nerves for the last almost 4 years, but we're still hanging in there. But God is good. That's all I can say. God is good.
Yes.
I still have joy in my heart, regardless of me being as tired as I am, child. I am beat. The
hmm
bags of y'all can see little bags coming in. I need to get my skincare regimen back on
Girl,
100.
it's giving Prada. It's giving Gucci. It's giving expensive bags. Okay.
Okay. Because the money about to
Period.
start falling, period.
I know that's right.
Period. So
Yes.
that's all I got
That
going
is,
on.
girl, I just want to say I am very proud of you. I know you
Thank
have been
you.
on this journey for quite some time, both personally and professionally, and to kind of see things coming full circle and come to fruition. That's really a
Yeah.
blessing. And I can't wait to come to the house and housewarm it
Hey.
up, have the haystacks and happy Sabbaths and
Period.
whatnot.
Period.
So that's
Yes,
gonna be
God is
good.
good. Thank you, boo. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
How
Well,
you been?
I haven't been. I was gonna say my life hasn't been as exciting, but it's taken a turn for the interesting over the past week or so
Mm-hmm.
because not the, um
Mm-hmm.
and I want to ask for prayers. Put me on the prayer list,
Okay.
okay?
I
Put
forgot to
me on
add.
the
Put me
prayer
on there.
list.
Put me on the prayer list too.
Yeah. So, during my last therapy session, which I actually have one coming up on Thursday, my
Mm-hmm.
therapist and I were talking about, how I'm going to achieve some of my goals.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, hopefully finding a partner, or finding isn't really the word because I'm not like on the hunt necessarily, but
Yeah.
allowing the space for partnership
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and how I'm
Okay.
going to navigate that. And she
Amen.
was like, "So, what you going to do about this dating situation?" And I said, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, you got to leave the house, or you got to try some different
She
methods if
tried it with
you."
leaving the house.
That's what I'm saying. The house is comfortable, it's safe.
It's warm. It's safe. I got all my snacks here.
All my snacks, the bed. So she was like, you have to leave the house, go out and just meet people more. And then what other methods are you open to? And I was like, well, I've been on the apps before. But I haven't tried like this one particular app. I'm not telling you which one, people, because I don't want no, listen,
Because people
boundaries.
crazy.
So basically, I signed up for a new app that I hadn't been on before.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week, I want to say, maybe not even a week, because I think sometime mid last week I downloaded the app. Okay. Already, it's given Tyler Perry Productions.
How we?
Already. Like,
Okay.
Because I'm just like, what
And
is
Shamar
going
Moore cornrows.
on?
It's giving Shamar Moore cornrows from that movie.
It's given, hold on. It's given Charles.
Ah!
Stephanie ain't here anymore. Whatever her name was. What was the girl name that left? And then Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
You know I can't remember names. I don't know. You know why you asked
That's
me, girl.
okay.
I don't know
I don't
nobody's
remember
name.
either. It's
I
getting
just know
a
it was
little
the
touch of
scene.
that. And then the Shamar Moore.
Them cornrows, baby. Them cornrows is trash. Go ahead.
I just want to say I still haven't watched Mea Culpa, but shout out to the hair on that. Kelly Rowland.
Girl, why you haven't watched this movie yet?
Life be life. And maybe this weekend I'll watch it. But anyway.
Watch the movie, girl.
I will. And maybe we'll make it a Patreon exclusive as we talk about it at some point.
Okay.
But
yes.
I'm just gonna give one brief story about the dating on the apps, and then we're gonna move on because we got stuff to talk about. So I downloaded the app, and the first person I matched with ended up being a 40-something-year-old man who was of Guyanese descent. I was like, wow, look at this app matching me up with somebody that I can relate to. So we're chatting. It's cool. Nothing too deep. It's cool. So he asked me for my number because he wanted to like FaceTime or video chat. And I was like, well, I just in the first 24 hours. I was like, I just kind of met you. I don't know if I really want to give you direct access to me like that. But if you can tell me something, give me a good reason to give you my number, then maybe I'll do it. And so he said something. I was like, okay, that was witty. That was clever. You can have my number. Gave him my number. 5 seconds later, this man is calling me. That's what I said.
No, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The number was not an invitation for you to call me in
absolutely
0.5
not.
seconds.
Absolutely
Can we get a text?
Not.
Can we get a voice note? You know,
a voice note would have sufficed. I mean, I feel like that would have been just fine. Just fine.
So I'm looking at the phone and I'm like, yeah, literally, that was my reaction. Now, where I went wrong, because I went wrong somewhere, of course, I didn't answer the call, clearly. I texted him and I was like, hey, I'm not really a phone call person like that. Can we text, voice note, etc.? And he said, what you mean you don't talk on the phone? That's wild. That's crazy. What you mean? I can't. If we're going to be dating, mind you, again, first 24 hours. If we're going to be dating, I need to know that I could talk to you on the phone. And I said, okay. So I had to step out of myself.
Gather yourself. You had to gather yourself because I would have had to gather myself because he might have been blocked. He might have been blocked. Sir.
You know, I'm trying to practice more grace and like be open and understanding and not. I'm trying to tell you. So I said, okay, maybe I could have phrased that better. So I said, it's not that I don't like to talk to people on the phone. I like to give people my full attention when I'm talking on the phone. So, for example, that particular night, I was on call. I was doing notes. I wouldn't be able to give you my undivided attention. So I prefer if we text or voice note, and then when I'm able to give you my full attention, we can schedule a time, whatever, and go from there. But girl, it was too late. This man had ripped me off. He said, I can't do this. This not gonna work for me. He disappeared into thin air. And I let him because I'm not chasing a man that don't want to like try to understand.
Red flag.
That's what I'm saying.
You're psycho.
No,
he's psycho. Next.
Yeah, girl. So that was my first experience with a match on the app. Since then, I've had 2 other matches that have made it out of the app. So 3. 2 out of the 3 are no longer with us. Maybe at a future date, I'll share the story of the other guy that is no longer with us. But 1 is still with us, and we have a date on Saturday.
All right.
That's where we
are hearing that offline.
Looking
forward to hearing about offline.
Yes. So
well, I'm proud of you getting back on the apps. I know it's not the most entertaining or exciting thing to do. Definitely been there and done that, and definitely do not want it anymore. I'm happy that me and my man are working it out. Even though we are not perfect, we're gonna make it do what it do, and we're gonna continue working and striving for the best and keep it moving. Because y'all won't see me on nobody's app. I don't care.
Period.
You coulda, shoulda, woulda, had your chance. It's a dub. I'm taking off the market forever.
That is it. Period. And I hope my experiences, to whoever is watching or listening, if you have a partner, I hope my experiences are just allowing you to see that you are blessed. Okay.
Absolutely.
To have someone that you can partner with and work with, and if y'all are on the same page, especially about growing together, nurture that relationship, because it's ghetto out here.
Yeah, it really is. And for a hot second, I thought it was and guess what? I thought it was something better out here. We'll tell my story another day. We don't got because I have a story. Me and my man are not perfect. Let's make it clear. We are not perfect. But we're perfect for each other, to be quite honest.
Amen.
Okay. And that's all that matters. You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love it.
Yes.
But may the force be with you guys out here on these apps. Please. And we're definitely gonna keep you in prayer.
Absolutely. Pray for us, send us the positive vibes, pray for our patience. But so speaking of, pee in the dating pool, and it's ghetto out here. Our first topic for this evening is actually going to be a recap of a show that we have been enjoying, and the Patreon community has been getting access to most of our commentary on this show, and it is Love is Blind, season 6. So this past week, the reunion took place, and it was
a mess.
Probably the best reunion that I think they've ever done.
You think so?
What are your thoughts? Just like quick thoughts before we get into the looks.
I don't think it was the best one. I definitely don't think it was the best one. I think they could have dived a lot deeper into some of the situations that were on the show. I do think the looks were giving. They stepped up the looks a little bit. They, put a spin on it with having old cast members on the show to be, to watch and give their commentary, ask questions, whatever. But I feel like they need. I'm sorry, I'm with the petition to get rid of Nick and
the lattes.
Yeah, there you go, because y'all not digging deep. Like, you trying to be shady low key, but then you're not really digging deep. Like, I need to get to the depths of the situation. I need to understand. Like, Ken and what's her name? Brittany. Was it Brittany?
We're gonna get there.
But just the overview, like, they didn't hit.
Yeah,
they focused on some areas a little bit longer than they needed to, in my opinion.
Facts. That's the thing. They never give the smoke to the people that really need the smoke.
Because you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, because it would not have been me. Give me the mic.
Period.
I have questions that need answers, and I want them now.
And so the next, we're gonna get to that because there are more seasons coming, and
they better be good. And I don't know why they were taking so long to put them out. Just go ahead and put them on out now. Give me a month break and bust some things out.
So let's get into these reunion looks. So this is Miss AD. She wore this chocolatey nude number with sparkles. What are your thoughts on this hair, this makeup, this look?
I think her makeup looked pretty good. I definitely still want her to have a bang. Her forehead is OD big. Like, I need her to get a bang. But as we stated over and over again, the body is bodying, and she looks amazing. So I don't really have anything major to say about her other than I wish they would give her some sort of bang, a fringe, a feather bang, a whiskey bang, long bang, side bang, some type of bang. Please.
Got it. I agree. She looks good. I'm just glad the lashes were appropriate.
On tag. Okay.
That's it. That's all. Next. Oh no, wrong direction. Quinta, my bad, girl. No. Hold on. Oh. Okay, one more.
I guess.
Here we go. This is the button I need to press.
Okay. I actually didn't see her standing up before. Now that I see it's okay. It's not giving like spectacular. It's just, it could have it looks like it needed to be tailored a little bit around the waist area and the hip and butt area because she's teeny. But it's not a bad look. She looked very pretty in the face. And I think her hair was decent. Not bad.
Yep. The boobs are sitting. The girls are there.
They're definitely sitting.
I agree. When she was sitting down, it looked really nice. But I think the flowers that were in front of her kind of gave the illusion, or maybe it gave the illusion that it was like a train or something, or maybe there was a train. I don't know.
Too loose. She's teeny. She needs. Yeah, it need to be tailored a little bit.
I agree. Hair and makeup is nice though.
Yeah, hair and makeup is cool.
All right, next we have Amy, the one and only wife.
Only wife.
Salinas is what is given to me. What are your thoughts?
I love it just because I like them together. I just think she's a little sweet, little innocent baby angel, and she can't do any wrong, but she's super cute. I love her little presence, and I can't say anything negative about the dress. It's pretty. The whole look is cute.
Perfect. Yes, I agree. Same here. Megan on Fox. Yes.
Megan on Fox actually look good. I'm sorry. Like, she look good. She look good. She looks good.
I really like her hair.
Yeah. The hair, the makeup. And I actually didn't see her standing up either. I only saw them sitting down. So this is a really cute look. It's her body shape. I don't really care for the feathers, but it doesn't look bad. The split, the thigh action is giving. Yeah, come play with me.
I'm screaming, and apparently Jimmy is still playing with her, but that's another topic for later. But yes, I agree. Next up, we have Brittany. I think she looks so cute.
Good. Yeah, a little bit, but it looks good.
Yeah,
nice.
Her
her body tan is on point. She looking shimmery and glossy and moisturized. Updo was given, face was given. Yeah. She looks amazing.
Same, I agree. Oh, no. Oh, yes. This was a preview of Laura. That's what it was. So Laura made an appearance on the show.
In Barcelona. Yeah. Her hair, the one thing I can say about Laura, I love her hair always. We can't really see what she got going on, but she looks good. Her face looks good. Her makeup always looked good when she did it, if she did herself. And her hair was always like, I just left dry bar, or she's a professional. She knows what she's doing. No, I mean, we can't really see the whole thing, but she looked good.
I agree. All right, let's get to the men's.
The men's is. I'm sorry. Jimmy. I think he's so handsome. I think he's handsome. He's not cute. I've heard people say he's not attractive. I'm like, he's an attractive guy. He's handsome. He's not like, oh my God, drop dead gorgeous or anything, but he's handsome. He's a handsome guy.
And I like his voice.
I do too.
His voice adds to the.
I know. I love it. I'm not mad at him at all. I mean, he could have probably put a tie on, but Jimmy, it's okay.
It's okay. The blazer could have been maybe a little bit more tailored.
Yeah, and the facial hair was giving, I don't know, because I was used to seeing without the facial hair, but it's not bad either.
It was cute. And he actually made an appearance on Jimmy Fallon after the reunion, which is cute because they were parodying him and Chelsea's situation throughout the season. And so he got to be on Jimmy Fallon, which was really cute.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then Clayton Gravesandy.
I thought he looked handsome. I'm very biased. Everybody,
as always.
I think he's a fine man. He has a handsome. He's a handsome. Well, he's handsome. His smile's everything. I mean, I'm not really giving. I don't.
He got his tattoo fixed.
Oh, he did. I didn't even pay that no attention. Honestly, I did not pay attention to that. I feel like the suit could be a little bit more tailored to his body type and his body shape. The belt looks like he got it from Kohl's.
I'm screaming.
But other than that,
like of all places,
I don't know. The first thing that's popped in my head. But I mean, if he wasn't handsome, I probably would drag him through the mud. But he looks good. He's cute. Okay, you know, when you find, you ain't gotta do too much. You know what I'm saying?
That's the facts, and that's the motto of his life. That's why we gonna talk about him. But that's the motto of his life. When you find, you don't got to.
I feel like we're gonna disagree when we talk about him right here. Let's go ahead.
We'll see. So this is Johnny. He looks nice.
He's handsome. I don't like his hair. I really want him to cut his hair, to be quite frank. But other than that, I hope so. Like, cut it off. Other than that, he's a handsome guy. They're suits. It's not like he did anything spectacular here.
Yeah. Cool. Agreed. Mr. Ken is given.
I mean, we barely saw it. Yeah, but we barely saw it because we barely saw him talk and heard a word from him. He had 2 sentences. 2. 2.
Yeah.
I really.
With kids. Yeah.
No, for real. And I really wish he would do like some straight back cornrows or something. Like,
what is with the tendrils of 2-strand twists? What is?
Give me the nipsies or something. Give me the nipsies. 4 straight backs or something. I don't know, but baby, get rid of it. Next.
Yeah. Give us a fro, maybe. That would have been cute. And last but not least, so we're gonna start with him.
We ain't gotta talk about him. Trash. Throw the whole man away.
We're gonna start with him. Actually, let me get him off the screen.
Please, we're done with him.
Yes.
I really, what's his name? Jeremy? Is it Jeremy?
Yeah. Jeremy spelled weirdly.
Jeremy. Mm-hmm. Is it Sarah? Is it Sarah and Jeremy? Yeah, Sarah Ann. Yeah, let's talk about it. Y'all are stupid. And y'all are mad annoying. And I felt like they were pulling all type of excuses and theories and thoughts and schemes out there behind. Like they tried to practice before they got on the show.
Yes.
Somewhere it went wrong.
Yes. I agree. No. Because so for those that have not seen it and are just following along with the commentary, Jeremy and Sarah Ann, after they rode off into the sunset on the jet skis, apparently they decided to actually date. But Chelsea, Megan on Fox, put it out there that every time she's seen Jeremy 2 or 3 times, they broke it up. So it's very much giving a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS, because y'all.
But maybe not even a scheme. Maybe more so, you thought instead of you dealing with the issues that you had in your relationship, which a lot of people do, instead of dealing with the fact that you messed up, you messed up with Laura. Okay. Before you even got on the show, you had baggage. So what it looks like to me, instead of you working through your issues, you jump ship and go on to the next thing.
Therapy.
So that it has nothing to do with a scheme. It has everything to do with him not getting his stuff together before he came on the show. Just like somebody else we're gonna talk about a little later. You need therapy. You need help. You need conflict resolution. You need a few things before you get into a relationship. So why were you even on the show? And him and Sarah Ann probably ain't gonna make it, child, because
they not
drama situation. You're never and clearly you ain't about learning no lesson. Because clearly you were doing the same thing over and over again, and still end up single and over and over again, and trying to find something better in somebody else when it might just be you.
Amen to that. Now, the reason I said it's a scheme is for the Sarah Ann part, because that little clip they showed of her talking about, oh, this is entertainment, baby. We did that. Netflix, Love is Blind, season 6, entertainment. I'm like, you with this man to try to get your 15 minutes of fame, and it's not even given 15 seconds.
I didn't get that. I didn't take that from that. I heard a lot of people saying that, but I didn't gather that. Maybe it's just I give people too much grace, but I didn't get that from that. I think that's what it is. Like it really is entertainment. We're watching these people for sole entertainment, regardless if they find love or not, regardless if they get mad at each other or not. We are watching this for entertainment. You know what I mean? So I think there was something else deeper than that for her, and maybe she's just trying to laugh it off, because maybe people have been talking to her crazy in her inbox, whatever the case may be, and she's trying to make it like it is what it is. This is entertainment. I'm not going to entertain you guys because this is what it is for you. This is my real life. Who knows? Like, again, we're all guesstimating on what it could possibly be, but I didn't take it as it was a scheme. I didn't get that.
Fair enough. I still think it was a scheme, but we gonna leave them alone. I don't want to talk about them for too long, because it is what it is. They brought Laura on the little Skype call, and she said she dating somebody. They talk about the bean dip situation and how she apologized.
Yeah, she did.
It is what it is with them. Moving on. Let's talk about Amy and Johnny real quick. Just the fact that they are a healthy example of what a couple going through this process looks like.
And they communicate.
And yes, the communications, because even though they got on my nerves with the birth control talk, like use the condoms, like use the condoms.
You know why they use that over and over again? Because that's all the drama that they had with them. You got to think about it that way. They didn't have any other storylines to bring up that was negative other than the birth control. You know what I mean? So like, I think that wasn't necessarily them. It was more so probably the way they produced the show. Yeah, and they edited the show. That's all they had. What else were they talking about that was negative? Nothing. They had nothing else to talk about.
I love it. I hope they live happily ever after into the sunset.
And I hope they get pregnant next year. Come on.
I'm weak. Johnny would pass out.
Oh, no, he's like 5 years or something like that. So yeah, he was like, girl, what? You pregnant? What?
Okay. Now, a couple that they did not really talk to, that who needed to be talked to, was Kenneth and Brittany. Because what's the tea? What is going on there? All they said was,
first of all, every day. We're best friends. We talk about what's going to happen if we get into a relationship with somebody else. And that was it. That was just their conversation.
Meanwhile, I wanted them to bring out the cell phone and question the cell phone. Like, cell phone, what secrets are you hiding from Mr. Kenneth? Why was he on you all the time? Was it really the school?
He said he was he said he a principal child. And he's a very involved principal. And his people miss him and he had to catch up on his stuff.
I just need a confirmation from the phone. Yeah.
I feel as though it was definitely more in that phone or more conversations in that phone that he's not his disclosing. So I definitely feel like they should have touched on them a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And also, y'all did that whole TikTok video and I was getting hyped thinking y'all was gonna do something. And y'all just said they're looking crazy. I'm upset. You owe me more time and I want it back. Period.
Yeah. I agree. Period. Maybe it was just like I said, when I saw the TikTok video, it was given this is my possible GBF. Gay best friend. Allegedly. Allegedly. That's the energy that I got.
He was all up in whoever house that was. I don't know who else it was. I really don't want him to be gay, but I mean, honestly, if he is, just be out the closet already.
Live your life. Yeah. We're in 2023. Like,
live your life.
Hey. Musical moment of the podcast episode every night, every time. Y'all know. So yeah, that was Kenneth and Brittany. Then moving on to Chelsea, aka Megan on Fox, and Jimmy, aka Jiminy Cricket. They
spent too much time on that. I'm sorry. I feel like they spent way too much time on that storyline.
And Jessica.
I was getting irritated.
But they didn't even ask the questions I wanted them to ask.
What was the question you wanted them to ask? Because I didn't, honestly, we heard it all, we saw it all, and I was over it. So what else we need to know?
I wanted them to hold Chelsea a little bit more accountable for her actions towards Jimmy.
True, because she was wild.
And yeah, they didn't do that. They focused a lot of time on Jessica and her qualms with Jimmy, which I understand that was a part of the storyline, but also I think that was the production team's way of having us get more invested in Jessica. Because she's going to be on The Perfect Match the next season that's coming up.
I never watched it, but
it's not that great to me. But yeah, I wanted them to hold Chelsea a little bit more accountable. Like, is it insecurity? Like, why is it that every time you felt some kind of way, yes, it's great to communicate that to your partner, but have you addressed some of your insecurities since the show? Like, do you feel a little bit more like confident in yourself? Like, that's stuff I want to know. You know?
Yeah, I think I can see that point, honestly, because they definitely glazed over it. And then after Jessica, they're best friends, which I'm like,
weird, very weird.
Her daughter's calling her Auntie Chelsea. What? How did we get to this point? Not saying they were enemies per se. Like, they were enemies. Yeah. They didn't have any beef or anything like that because there's no reason for them to have beef. But how did we get here? Yeah. Very odd. I didn't understand that whole. I was taken back and I was confused and I was over it and I was like, okay, next.
A year ago, Jessica was trying to steal your man.
Exactly.
On the highest of keys.
And I felt like she really was being too hard on Jimmy. I don't care. Maybe I just have a little heart.
I agree.
And I was like, Jessica, shut up. First of all, it's a year later. Your feelings are no longer valid. Nobody cares about your feelings. We heard everything we need to hear from you on the show. Next.
Yeah. Move on to Perfect Match and hopefully you find somebody there.
Hopefully. Skedaddles, kick boots, rock, bye.
I agree. That's all I got for her. Let's talk about Trevor real quick before we get to our last couple.
Girl.
Why did they bring Trevor out there?
Why?
What was the reason?
Why? What was the reason?
Because that man came out there looking like a child left on the side of the road.
A doofus.
Abandoned by his parents after school.
A doofus.
And they said, we're not coming to get you until 8:00. You got to stay. Like, what is...
I have no idea why they brought him. I guess they just want to expose him for him fake coming on there for exposure because he had a girl before he came on the show, and then he so-called, you know, they could have zoomed him in. They could have Zoom called him in, honestly.
Because he was.
I mean, there was zero reason for him to come on there. Zero. Again, wasted time. Yes. Again, wasted time and space and energy when we have other people we need to be talking to. Period. Trevor is not important.
Trevor didn't even have that much time on the show, but I understand why they brought him on, because like the social media discussion around him and his being on the show, yeah. But also we want to talk about what happened on the show.
Yeah, he wasn't on the show at 2 seconds. Like, Bye.
And the other thing is, he filmed Perfect Match. I'm interested to see if they're going to edit him out now that this came out
about his past. Okay.
Yeah, because from what I read, I'm an investigative entertainment journalist.
Yeah.
From what I read, he didn't last too long on the season anyway, so it's like it should be easy to get him out of there. So we'll see. Okay. But last but not least, let's get into the Clay and AD of it all.
Okay.
Thoughts. What are your thoughts?
I know I'm probably gonna go against the grain. I definitely I felt for Clay.
Same.
And I felt like possibly, even though like, you came on the show, the premise of the show, what the possible outcome of the show should be. Mm-hmm. I do feel like AD could have given him another moment or another time to, I don't know, redeem himself, or I don't know. Maybe I'm giving him too much grace, but like he started his therapy. He made it very clear that he went to therapy. He's learning a lot about himself and how he can move forward, or, working through his emotions and his traumas and his triggers, blah, 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 blah. That's the love of his life. And again, maybe he's stretching it with the love of his life. Because I was like, is she? I don't know. But I felt like she should be more lenient. I felt she should be more lenient with him. I think that she should have given him another chance. Okay. I don't think that their storyline should have ended
the way it did in the drama.
Yeah, exactly. They're still cool too. They're still communicating. They're still in touch. Probably still clapping them cheeks. Okay,
but that's really what it is. It's not just that they're still communicating. She did a podcast after the reunion, and on the podcast they asked her, "So what's like the status of you and AD or you and Clay?" And she was like, "We're flirty friends. So if we see each other, if we see each other, y'all be seeing each other on purpose. It's not just I'm at the bar, he happens to be there. Y'all be." She's like, whenever we see each other, we're in each other's faces and kissing, da 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 da. So we're flirty friends. I said, "Girl, what was the reason?" Yeah, like,
and that's the whole thing. Like, maybe this is me and my woke self, and me want to be, married and one woman man or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he's good enough to clap your cheeks, but he's not good enough to give another chance to.
But also, he's good enough to clap the cheeks. But what I think might be even healthier is, instead of being toxic with this man, with the access that you guys are giving to each other, give him his space to heal. You go ahead and you heal, because she also needs therapy. And then y'all come back together when y'all have made some progress that is significant enough. Because I feel like, again, I'm single. Y'all take what I say with a grain of salt. But I feel like them continuing to be in each other's lives in this way, like, who's winning here?
Yeah.
Like, who is really benefiting from the situation? I would say him, because he's doing the work and he's getting the cheeks. He's clapping her cheeks without having to commit. Without having to commit. Yeah, and I just feel like, if that's what she wants, I guess cool. But she's made it clear several times she came on here to find a husband. That's not a husband right now. That's a man that you like.
But he also made it clear that he loves her. And that he didn't say it out of his mouth, but he said, "She's honestly the love of my life." So that would give, I will do what you want me to do, or do what's best for us, and make that commitment, further that commitment with you.
They need to be on the same page. She's playing games. She's playing games.
And
right
at
now.
this point, she's playing. She's the one playing games. Unfortunately, we thought it was him because he left her at the altar, but he definitely did what he needed to do. It's a whole year later.
He did the right thing.
He needed therapy. He needed to talk to somebody. He needed to talk to somebody.
One thing I will say, like I said when we talked about the other episodes, I think it would have been nice if he had told her beforehand instead of at the altar.
True. I agree. He should have told her before they walked, like Jimmy and Chelsea.
Correct. But also,
it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yes. But also, I have to put some responsibility on AD because he everything but told you I don't want to do this. Why did you not save yourself and leave? You know what I'm saying? The embarrassment, like it was the breadcrumbs were there. Why they didn't ask her that? Why didn't the lattes ask her that?
Yeah,
why did you not leave? That's what I want to know.
Honestly, because you definitely had the signs and everything was pointing to he's not fully there yet. He's not there.
Yeah. So time will tell what happens with these two. Clay also did an interview on Tamron Hall. It was him and his mom, and they were talking about his experience, and Tamron asked him what the state of his relationship with AD was, and he was like, she's always going to have a special place in my heart. She encouraged me to grow as a man, So again, confirmation. They clapping cheeks. And we'll see.
And that's just your wifey material right there. Anybody that helps you grow and pushes you to be a better man, that's wifey material. Okay.
But she has to want to step into that role. I feel like she right now is in maybe like a grudge holding moment where she's like, you embarrassed me. I'm not taking you seriously. So
I don't even think it's that. I think she thinks that people gonna be on her butt.
Also that
her body look good and she'd been exposed to more people than she's ever been exposed to before. And she probably got mad DMs, some richer man, somebody with more and more and more and more because the grass is greener on the other side in quotations.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It ain't got nothing to do with that man playing you because you're gonna get one thing's for sure, you're gonna get played in a relationship over and over and over again. Period.
Especially if you haven't healed from the
not even just that, like that too, but like you have to give up yourself every day to be committed to somebody.
That's
Come
true.
on. She wasn't ready either. If you want to put something on it,
100%.
She wasn't ready either. Because your partner's gonna embarrass you. Your partner's gonna challenge you. Speaking from experience. Okay.
Well, speaking of, that's all we got for Love is Blind. But do you have anything else?
No.
Well, speaking of partners or ex-partners embarrassing us, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago now, we're in the hot topics now. When we start doing this again, I want us to have like little title cards that'll like transition us into the next sections.
Yeah,
that'd be cute. But speaking of partners or ex-partners that have embarrassed us, a couple weeks ago, I saw a post on, the illustrious Shade Room, the Black People's News Source, where they highlighted the fact that Chris Brown was in Karrueche Tran, his ex-girlfriend's likes. She had posted a really nice picture. I think it was around the Oscars time, and she looked really nice. She was all dressed up, and he was in her likes, double tapping her picture. Then, shortly after, like a couple posts ahead of that, I saw that Neo and his ex-wife Crystal, she had had a spread in like People magazine or one of those big magazines, and he was in her mentions congratulating her. And my question is this: y'all don't be blocking people after they play in your face multiple times. Like, why do they have access to give comments and likes and whatever else on your pictures? What is the tea? Is it just me?
It might be because we're different. We're different.
That's why we have
you
this
can play
podcast.
my face all you want to. You can play my face all you want to, but I still want you to see me do better than what I was doing with you.
That's very
because you liking my picture does what? Get my algorithm, get more people to my page.
Okay.
So why do I care if you're liking me? As long as you're not texting my phone and interrupting my peace. Because the way my ignore is, like I feel like you have to learn people have to learn how to ignore. Everything can't get under your skin and disrupt your day because somebody like your damn picture or because somebody DMs you. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one person I have not talked to in over almost a year now. And during my breakup, we started talking again, and he played in my face. And I have not spoken to him since. He sends me messages. He likes pictures. And my day goes on.
Silence.
My day goes on. Are you calling me about a transaction? Are you calling me about money? Are you calling me about anything that matters to me? Absolutely not. So therefore, I ignore it. Ignore it. I mean, if you choose to block, that's cool, but I don't block nobody.
Girl, I be blocking because I feel similar but opposite in the fact that if you play in my face, you don't have the privilege of seeing anything I do. You don't get to enjoy or feel any type of way. You have no access to me. You no longer exist in my world. Bye.
See me, baby. Watch how I flow. Watch how I shine, honey. I don't care.
I feel
sometimes
it.
You gotta play. Sometimes you need to play in the devil's face. That's what it is.
Well,
sometimes you need to play in the devil's face because you thought you was gonna win. Okay, you didn't. Because God still said, "What? Yeah, I'm still doing me. You didn't do nothing to break me." Period.
Well, you better preach on today. Well, speaking of Jesus,
Amen.
and how sometimes, you know, we either have to, sometimes we question the Lord. Mr. Kanye West, what's his real name? Is it Kanye West? I don't know what his real name is.
Kanye. I think his real name is Kanye. I might be wrong, but I really feel like that's his real name.
It might be. But he recently did an interview with Big Boy. And in the interview, he mentioned, or the conversation was about how sometimes we as believers, as we as Christians, we always say we're going to pray about it. Or if somebody is going through something, we say, I'm going to pray for you. And sometimes we depend on Jesus or God so much that we don't put the work in to actually bring those prayers of faith into fruition. And when I saw that, I said, you know what? I'm winning when he right. He be getting on my nerves, but he made some points.
He did make some points. He lost me a little bit towards the end because I wasn't really sure where he was going with it, but I definitely understood what he was talking about in the beginning of the video.
I think that it has to be a healthy balance because there are some moments in life. If you hear stuff in the background, do you hear anything?
I heard it. Yeah.
Okay. We have a special guest in the house that will not be on camera. My sister just came. So yeah, I think sometimes we go through things in life where we have to have radical faith and pray radically because we might not have the energy or the wherewithal to put the action in at that time. Like if we're going through bouts of depression or anxiety, it's like all I can do is pray and believe. I may not be able to put the work in right now, but as I plant the seed of faith, maybe that'll grow.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I agree. It's like someone saying, "Oh, I want to lose weight, but you still eating." You know, so you're gonna pray away. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna pray that God gives you the strength to say no to what you shouldn't be eating, or pray for the strength to go to the gym. But you still have to give it to go to the gym. And then still, you have to stop bringing things into your space that's the temptation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree.
I mean, it goes with that. That's that verse. You know, faith without works is dead. So you can't really.
You don't
pray for anything without working towards it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I mean, there's nothing else really to say to that. People really want to, there are a lot of Christians, unfortunately, that just think, oh, I just got to read my Bible and pray, or I just got to pray. Sometimes people don't even put the Bible in it. You know what I mean? Like they want to put everything else in it, but the Bible and what the Bible talks about, because the Bible is absolutely a guide and it's absolutely an example of what, you know, people putting in work looks like and having faith along the way, because that's what it's really about. You getting up to make that step, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, but you're going to get up and you're going to put forth the effort to do whatever it is you're called to do, or whatever it is you want to achieve. And just getting up every day and saying, you know what? I don't know. That's like me. I don't know when the next deal going to come. I just closed on the other day. That deal was so small, I probably won't get $5 off of it. But I feel accomplished off of it, though, because I finally had a deal, the house, finally use my license for what it's supposed to be for, right? I have no idea when the next deal is coming in.
Yeah.
But am I going to stop putting in the work to try to get the next deal? No. I'm going to put the work in that I need to do to get the next deal, whether that's cold calling, door knocking, first time home seminars, role playing that I don't want to do with my job, but I have to because I failed my test out. Do I want to do that again? No, I don't. But I know I have to, and I want to keep pushing, and I'm going to pray along the way.
Yes.
But no one's going to drop an opportunity in my lap. No one's going to put, oh, here, plap here. This is what, this is what you got. That's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to put in effort and put in work. Because also God does not bless laziness. I'm sorry if you thought
hallelujah.
I'm sorry if anyone that is listening thought that God's like, oh, they're sitting on their butt every day. And I'm going to just go ahead and plop this blessing into their lap. I'm going to just go plop it because I always get into the Christian side of things, and I'm always going to. And what y'all going to do?
That's within our fabric of who we are.
Period. So. Okay.
Yeah. Y'all
but that's also that's part of what Christians are supposed to be. We're supposed to be workers. We're supposed to be out there. And if you're not out there doing your own thing, you can't be a witness to somebody else. You can't use your life experience as a way to say, look, this is how God has blessed me. Because I got up, didn't know how this was going to happen. I had no clue. I didn't have the finances for it. I didn't have the energy for it. I didn't have nothing for it. And here I am sitting in this blessing.
Yes.
Glory be to God. That's the only person who got me here.
Yep. You better preach.
I mean, maybe that's my new calling. I don't know. But
Pastor Amanda B. Period. Okay. Pastor Joanne, my pastor, she got ordained.
I saw. I needed to text her and say congratulations. I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, that's just to say it's possible if you decide you want to go down that path.
The Lord hasn't told me about that yet, but you never know. Everything comes from Him, so He'll let me know what I need to do next.
Exactly. And then real quick, I just want to say pastoring does not have to look traditional.
It does not.
Can be
absolutely
in many different ways.
This is pastoring right now.
Period.
This podcast is pastoring right now. Period. Does not matter.
Yes. Well, speaking of periods, our next quick little topic that we're going to talk about is a meme or like a little quote that I saw. Was it yesterday? Maybe today?
I think it was today. I don't know, but maybe I felt it. I felt it in my soul.
And shout out to Miss Taylor Perrin, whoever you are. Ma'am. Periods need to be 45 minutes max.
Because, baby, who said they need to be 5-7 days? Huh?
Whose idea was that? And why?
Who said it? Huh? Because I don't need it.
Not at all. And like
at the max 24 hours. At the max 24 hours. But you don't need 5 days. You don't need it.
At all.
You don't need 5 days to let me know I'm not pregnant.
Listen. And we got to get rid of the home that the baby would have been in if the baby was in there. Like, no. 45 minutes, 24 hours max. It's too painful. It's too inconvenient. Draining. Why do we have to go through that? I mean, I know why. Because it's spin and whatever. But I need technology. Okay. Big Pharma. This message is for you. Big Pharma and technology people. I know that, there have been strides in hormonal methods or whatever. Ideally, I would want whatever. Listen, we doing a podcast here.
She's not that loud. She's not that loud. It might be louder for you because you're in the room.
Yes, it does. But yeah, I just want Big Pharma to create something, or maybe the holistic people out there create something that will cut these down. I know there are ways, like there are different, ways. Hormonal contraceptives that you can use if you want to go that route, or if you want to go extreme, you can get your uterus taken out if the periods are just that terrible, or you have fibroids or endometriosis. Like, we don't want to have to go to that extreme.
Yeah.
So Big Pharma, do your thing. Okay.
I ain't taking none of it, but I feel what she's saying. I don't do medication. Big Pharma, please leave me out of it. But there are some herbal remedies that assist with the symptoms, and I have benefited from them. The only negative and downside is you have to be super disciplined with your diet, and I'm not. Like, I'm gonna eat me a cookie. Okay, I'm gonna have me some cheesecake. I'm gonna have me some chips. I'm gonna have me some chocolate.
Enjoyment.
Hello, and I'm gonna have me my white claws in the summertime. I'm gonna do it every year. So that's where the disconnect comes in with the natural, because there are some things that I definitely use to like minimize my endometriosis, all of my symptoms. My cycles got down to like 3 days. So instead of like being 5-7, I got down to 3 days. God be the glory.
Wonderful.
But yeah, Eve, I still blame her, child. It's your fault.
I don't blame Eve. I blame the devil.
I blame Adam. No, actually, I blame Adam.
Also, because he could have walked away. He could have said, "I'm not doing this for her."
And he could have got Eve point too.
But he didn't think about that. He was too busy thinking about how fine this woman is. I don't want to lose her. She'll never want to lose me. He'll never want to lose me. That's what he was singing to Eve in the Garden of Eden. He was on that Flo Milli before Flo Milli even existed.
Like we keep blaming the wrong person, dog. Like it ain't Eve, dog. God sent her to him, and he was to watch her. He wasn't watching her.
Watch and lead. And what he do? Lead.
Fail.
He ain't lead. He left. Anyway, okay. We could preach all day about this, but as a transition, I know you mentioned, some of the herbal things that you have used to help minimize your pain. And I mentioned some things that could help potentially with, periods, different hormonal methods, etc. And child, what is this? You know what? We gonna get into it. At the end of this podcast, we're gonna make some announcements, and we gonna talk about the things.
I'm weak.
But I just wanted to take a moment to talk about an influencer. Her name was Jessica Pedway. Beautiful young lady. She was super nice. She was like one of the OG YouTubers, beauty influencers. She would do a lot of hair and fashion videos, and she passed away recently from stage 4, I think it was, cervical cancer. And her story is just very, very sad, because what ended up happening was maybe a year or two ago, she went to see her OB/GYN, and they diagnosed her with fibroids, or misdiagnosed her with fibroids. And a year later, she went back and I think got a second opinion and was found to have stage 4 cancer. And it, of course, is stage 4, so it's spreading rapidly. And she made the choice to not do any chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that. She was going to try different remedies, herbal and more natural things to try to heal herself. And unfortunately, she succumbed to the cancer. So I just wanted to highlight this because as Black women, there are just so many layers to this right here. The first thing I'll say, and then I'll kind of let you talk, Amanda. I want to say that it's important for us as Black women to not only take care of ourselves and make sure we're getting screened as appropriately, but also to listen to your gut and advocate for yourselves. Absolutely. And it's hard in the current medical system that we have to sometimes do that, because the powers that be, whether it's your physician who's not hearing you or who is minimizing your symptoms for whatever reason, sometimes it does give racism. Others, it's just cultural insensitivity and just not doing things well. I want to encourage any Black women, all women, of course, but especially Black women, because we're disproportionately affected by things like this, like cervical cancer. You can look at the stats. I'm not going to go into all that right now. That's a different podcast. Yeah. But please listen to your gut. It's not wrong for you to ask for a second opinion if you feel like something is off. Please advocate for yourselves. Thoughts, Miss Amanda B?
I did not have the pleasure of following this young lady, but her story definitely did touch me, and it's very unfortunate. As a woman who has struggled with endometriosis since probably 15, I wasn't officially diagnosed until about 18ish, and it was after I had my first laparoscopy, and that's when I'm like, okay, yes, hands down, you have endometriosis, and I was stage 4 at 18. And throughout the years, I've had to struggle with pretty much no type of secure plan of action.
Yeah.
The only thing that I was told that either get pregnant or get your uterus taken out or deal with it or take birth control. And I'm like, there has to be something else. You can't just tell me that. Like I call my laparoscopies like an oil change. Like every 2 years or so, at one point I was getting a surgery because I had to get all the adhesions burned off or removed. When I was 19 years old, I had my fallopian tubes taken out because they were just super impacted. And I was also very naive and very uneducated at that point. I didn't even like when I first found out that I had endometriosis or they put a label on it. It was years after my first laparoscopy. Actually, I just kept hearing, "Oh, you had adhesions, you have growths, you have this, you have that." Or ovarian cysts. I do have ovarian cysts. I used to have ovarian cysts really, really bad, like super bad. But they never put a name on it. Like never put a name on it. Never said, this is what you have. So for me to research, I couldn't really do that. And again, I was very young. I didn't know what was going on. My mom didn't know what was going on at the time. She was still with us. And she was just, wanted her baby to feel better. She didn't want me bleeding for 10 days. She didn't want me in pain. She didn't want me debilitated. She just wanted me to feel better. So her thought was, okay, we're going to do whatever the doctor says. And we're going to try it. I've tried Lupron. I've tried birth control, all forms. I tried the pill, the patch, the ring, the shot. I've done them. I've done them all. I've done the IUD. I've done them all. And then when I had what year was it? Maybe like 2015. That was like the last year I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not taking any more drugs. I'm not taking any more medications. I'm not doing it. So that's when I started doing some more research on holistic options to heal from within. Because again, at the end of the day, it's definitely all that we're eating. It's what you eat or don't eat. Or because a lot of people think it's all what you eat. It's actually what you are not eating that can cause issues as well. Yeah. So once I started doing the research, I still had a lot of problems. But again, I was able to minimize all of my symptoms, get my period down to 3 days. Now I'm going to menopause. We have a whole different world of things that we got to work on. But I for sure had to advocate for myself. And I used to think that it was a racist thing too. And then I got a Black doctor, female doctor. Okay. And that heifer.
I'm weak.
If I could go back and talk to her at the age that I am now, I would. And I would let her know you did a disservice to me, and I'm sure you did disservice to other females that came to this office. Trust me, there's another Black woman to guide them through this diagnosis and help them find a better way of living. Like I was at the point where I was almost able to, but I don't think I was at the stage where I could have filed disability and had disability because that's how much pain I was in. That's how debilitated I was on average. I had to have a work note to take to my job. She don't know when her day gonna start. She don't know when her period gonna start. But whenever that day is, she's not coming to work. She's not coming to work. One reason, and a lot of people are like, oh, you do hair so well. Oh, you're so great. One of the major reasons why I could not do hair full time was because of my cycle, because of my endometriosis. Standing up for hours doing someone's hair in excruciating pain.
Not the vibes.
From the back to all the way from my waistline to my feet. I had pain. And endometriosis you're at a higher rate for cervical cancer and other cancers in that area. So I'm not every 6 months run a test. Period. I don't give a daggone. If something's going on, if I gotta say I'm not, I don't care. Run the test. Send me to an MRI every so often. I don't give a daggone. Send me out.
Yeah.
I never play these people. You have to
it's your body. Yeah.
You live with it every day.
Exactly. And I, as a physician, I understand the guidelines and the recommendations, and I always advocate for people to, when it comes to like different ailments, I try to recommend a combination of both because you are a whole person.
Yeah.
And medicines only fix so much. Or help so much. You still have to nourish yourself. You still need to provide the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, things like that will allow your body to heal even better. And there was a discussion in the comments of that post regarding the fact that she did choose not to go through chemotherapy and radiation and go the holistic route. And I mean, that was her choice. It's her body. She can decide what she wants to do. It's possible it's possible that she may have been able to live a little longer or live longer in general if she had done the chemo and the radiation. But at the end of the day,
guaranteed.
Exactly. So
sometimes the chemo kills you faster than the actual disease. So speaking from experience, my mom had cancer and she was doing a lot better until they started putting that crap in her system. I'm not. Yes, my friend is a physician. Yes, she's in the industry. I understand, but I'm not an advocate for medication. I'm not an advocate for everything. I do not believe in it. I don't stand for it. And sometimes it's harder to say, hey, I don't want to do this than doing it, because you're definitely making a conscious decision not to, in certain situations, cure yourself. But the quality of life is obviously way more important than drugging yourself and giving yourself that, take yourself through that, and I always talk to myself, like, if that were to happen, like, what would I do? And I think I would probably do the same thing. I would try the best way to naturally do something and soothe myself and get myself prepared and, like, look, because my eternal life is gonna be way more important than this life here. So it's really it's really sad, man. I'm sad that happened to her and her family. Because that's really what we're concerned about. Because right now she's at peace. She doesn't know nothing. She knows no pain. So her family is somebody, or the individual we need to worry about and pray for and give them healing and peace of mind to understand that, she's with God now, and let's celebrate her. Let's not
celebrate her life. Yep. And her legacy. So
absolutely.
Shout out to the family of Jessica Petway. I don't know if y'all gonna ever see this child, but
if you do, we are so sorry for your loss.
Yes, I'll put it in a Instagram clip or something.
Yeah.
But yes, from a heavy topic to one that is just foolery. Okay, so we're moving from our hot topics into our auntie advice with a little bit of foolery. So recently at the NAACP Awards red carpet, the fashion.
Is she cooking us something, girl?
Yes.
Hurry up, get your plate, yo.
It's Miss X night. She's trying to heat up the corn and the black beans.
Okay. It's for a good cause. Let her do what
it's for a good cause. Yes, it is.
As long as you get a plate. As long as you get a plate.
I made the ground turkey. I'm getting a plate.
Okay. Bet. All right. Well, it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. NAACP Image Awards, red carpets. The Fashion Bomb Daily is on the carpet, just asking fun questions to the people on the carpet. And they were asking the men a particular question. I'm going to go ahead and play this for us. Are you ready?
Your man. Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. Your man. That's your man.
Okay. That's not my man, girl. Okay.
Routine. Water. Wash your face.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna refresh because
Fenty skin.
Not giving what I wanted to give in this moment. This is a live stream, you guys. So act accordingly. All right. No, it's fine. So the question was asked.
What is a good
skincare routine? Wash your face. Fenty skin. I rock Fenty. Be clean. Godliness. Pray.
I like that. One thing men should do while grooming.
You gotta have a little skincare routine. Water. Wash your face. Fenty skin. I rock Fenty. Be clean. Godliness. Pray.
I like that.
Okay.
He ain't wrong, but child, give me something else.
It's not the fact that he's.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not the fact that he's not wrong. It's the fact that the question was, okay? The question was, what should a man include in his grooming routine? That was the question.
He said pray. He's not wrong.
Pray at all times.
But baby, do you wash your face? Do you use any serums? Do you have a scrub of choice? Do you get facials?
Do you pray?
And do you pray?
Or is this a PR answer to get you back in the good graces of the black people? That's what it's giving to me.
Okay, he was never out of my bad. He was never in bad spot with me. I still think he's fine. I don't like you and Megan Good, but
that's a whole nother topic. Like, why are they still together? I mean,
I hate it.
I want everybody to have their happiness. If they're happy,
I don't like it.
I don't either. Okay, so why don't you like it?
Because I never cared for Megan Good.
Oh, it's a Megan Good thing. For me, it's a him thing, but yeah.
I never cared for. I don't know what it is about Slim.
Not Slim.
I haven't liked her since Eve's Bayou. Like, do not care for her.
First of all,
I don't know what baby. I don't know what it is.
I'm screaming.
I don't know what it is, but I think she's a beautiful woman. I definitely think she's a beautiful woman. So please do not
I love
take
you, Megan Good.
Out of context, but I just never cared for her. I never saw what the big hype was. Like, okay, Megan Good, so what?
I think it's
so what?
I think it's the lips.
I can't stand her lips.
Lips on the body.
I cannot stand her lips. Her body be bodying, but I cannot stand her lips. I cannot stand that. And I absolutely hate her eyebrows. Whoever did your microblading, sis, you need your money back.
Oh, I'm weak.
Get your money back. Get your money back. Get your money back, baby, because they did you dirty.
Meanwhile, for me, it's him. For me, it's him. Like every time I see him, he just gives me the ick for whatever reason. Like he's like, as the people say, he's civil rights fine in the face. The best I've seen him.
Body be bodying, baby. What?
That is true. The body do be bodying. And
that's my problem. I'm toxic. I'm toxic in that way.
At least you're self-aware. Like Clay, you're self-aware, child. It's fine.
I'm very much self-aware. I like a little toxic with my man. I like a little toxic with my man. And baby, he's fine. He's fine. Oh my God.
You're right. I just want him to not seem so overly produced. Because I feel like every time I see him talk now, these days, it's just like I'm doing whatever I got to do to get in.
Do you blame him though? Do you blame him?
That's the thing. I don't blame him at all. I just want it to seem a little bit more natural. Because why you have to say pray when the people ask you about grooming?
But we're still in cancel culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Unfortunately, people don't give people any second chances, especially with the public eye. So he has to be scripted. He has to be on point all the time because if not, he'll never work again. As soon as you go against the grain of what the public does not like, you are no longer in business.
Well, after you say that, oh my gosh, I love my segues. This is great. And you feed the segues because you be right on time. But as you say that, as far as going against the grain, let's talk a little bit about our friend who is also of Caribbean descent. She's from Grenada. One known as Amanda Seales. She recently
baby angel. I saw that video.
You know, she recently came out, and I'll play a little clip of it where she talks about how she feels about the industry currently. Let me make sure the sound is on, child. Here we go.
If it wasn't for y'all, I would really think that I ain't doing. Because the industry I'm in does not recognize me. And to be clear, I'm speaking about the Black spaces in the industry I'm in, because y'all know I don't give two damns about any of these other spaces, but the Black spaces is what I'm referring to, which is largely in part why I realized like I need to shift out of this industry. You know, like I don't get invited to Essence Women in Hollywood. I've never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. I've been nominated for an Image Award. Never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. Never been honored at Black Girls Rock. Like I've hosted these events. You know what I'm saying? I literally hosted the BET Awards in 2020 in my house.
You did do that.
And I was not invited to the BET Awards since. So I just want to thank y'all for always reminding me that I really am valuable, because the game and the industry that I've been in has never let me know.
Not the comment saying hi. If Amanda was around the 60s, she would have been in civil rights. Absolutely. That's a perfect example of if you speak your mind, you stand on what you believe in, you stand on your ethics, your morals, and how you feel, you're canceled. And she's just speaking her mind on a public platform, just like we are. You know, we try to keep it cute because we ain't trying to get canceled either. But I'm going to stand firm on certain things. If you cancel us, you cancel us, or cancel me.
Yeah.
You cancel me, whatever the case may be. But me and Amanda Seals are a lot like, not to get off my Christian bag, but she's a Cancer. Just like me. Period. And one thing we're going to do is stand on what we said, and we're going to say it with our chest because we are strong with what we believe. So that's just a perfect example, again, of what you don't do if you want to stay with the Joneses and keep up with them.
There's a lot to be said, not just in the entertainment industry, but in any industry about
in general
likability and relatability when it comes to people acknowledging you, giving you your accolades, inviting you to places. Like, if they don't like you,
you ain't in.
They're gonna, which is unfortunate because I'm the type of person, I feel like the quality of your work, the longevity of your work, how hard you work, that should stand on its own, apart from the likability factor. But that's just not how people be, child.
No, you gotta. If you don't fit the mold of what they're talking about and what they feel and what they think you should feel, you're done.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate.
I wish that. I hope that changes. I really do.
It's the devil's work.
Well,
he like to stir up confusion. We all know that.
Well, speaking of confusion, y'all know I love clarity, and we're gonna spend a little time talking about the dating space. We started talking about dating. We're gonna end talking about dating and engagement. So the question was posed on social media: if you're dating someone, how long are you dating this person until you feel like you should get engaged? So
I used to say 2 years.
Same.
But here I am 4 years in and I'm still not married.
And what are your feelings about that?
So, and I'm not trying to talk negative about my situation, but there's obviously some major key facts as to why we are not married today. Of course. And if some of those key facts were not in the way, we would have been married by now, because I'm not sitting here looking at your stupid face for 4+ years and not be your wife. I'm not going to, I'm sorry. I think that if you are a person who has worked through your issues mentally, physically, whatever the case may be, like, unlike Clay, love you. But, like, I truly believe, like, no one should be in the dating scene looking or entertaining anyone if they're not mentally ready to do it. They haven't dealt with whatever their traumas are, etc. Now, if you have done those things, I'm
gonna interrupt you right there to affirm what you're saying real quick, because I feel like a lot of people focus on the wrong thing as far as being prepared. They're talking about finances. That's important. That's important.
That could be number one.
It's the mental part of things that really begin people in trouble. Like, you have to, and as I'm getting back into this whole dating journey, I was talking to one of my Instagram friends, and he asked me, he was like, so are you actually ready to get back into the dating scene? And what makes you feel like you're ready? And that's where that mental component comes in, because it's like, if you're not what we doing? What we doing? Continue.
Yeah. A lot of times we get our own way too. We overthink things, and again, that's still down to not knowing yourself, being still insecure, bringing in your old drama and traumas from either your childhood, past relationships, whether platonic or not, into your next situation. Like we talked about Jeremy spelled weird. You literally hop from relationship to relationship because you were looking for something without dealing with what you have going on with yourself. So you're never going to be ready for a relationship until you deal with yourself. Until you look in the mirror and say, yo, what is wrong? And again, I'm speaking to myself, because I literally had an epiphany a couple of months ago when it came to be my partner. A lot of stuff I'm like, he ain't perfect. Let's make this clear before I say what I'm about to say. I wanted to put everything on him. He's not doing. He's not saying. He's not going. He's not proving. But here I'm pointing a finger at him versus what can I do differently to assist in the situation? How can I assist him in his walk or his life or his needs? What are his needs? What does he need?
Yeah,
I was worried about what I needed. Yeah, it's a partnership, And again, it's one of the hardest things to do is give up yourself to worry about somebody else. And if you're not ready, and that's the major key right there, mental and all.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to give up yourself literally every single day, you need to be by yourself.
Well.
Simple.
Well.
So all that to answer the original question though. With all those things being said, if you have hit those marks, understood and understand that you have to give yourself to be with somebody else, you need to work on your mental, sometimes physical, sometimes financial too, because you know, being married, you know, being with somebody is easier than being single. I'll say that right now. Right. I'm so glad my man worked it out, baby, because he's holding it down. Period. Okay, my man is holding it down right now. But until you have those conversations with yourself and understand those concepts, you don't need to be with anybody. And then when you do, why does it take you 6,000 years to figure out whether or not you want to marry somebody? If you know what you're looking for, you understand what you're looking for, you understand who you are and what you're looking for in a mate, and you find it, why are you dragging behind to make that move? I'll be daggone.
I need answers. Yeah.
I know. I made it very like if I pop up married tomorrow, y'all don't be surprised because what we doing?
Y'all were dating with an intention, and I agree.
Dating with intention is the key.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset that for me, I date like exclusively. My goal is always date exclusively for a year, so I can kind of see you in various situations, different seasons, all of that. How does your mood change with the sun and the winter, all that. After that 1 year mark, I decide, me personally, are we moving forward towards marriage, or is this the end? It's either we're continuing towards that or it's done. I'm not lollygagging with you. My 2 serious relationships both lasted for a year. And towards the end of both of them, we were talking about marriage and evaluating that possibility. And I was like, yeah, this is not going to work for me. You go your way. They both got married, lived their lives happily ever after with their partners. So far, anyway. And I pray nothing but success upon their relationships. But yeah, I agree. I feel like the whole dragging of the feet thing, if marriage is your intention, again, people date.
And that's what you want. And that's what you want.
Yes, I 100% agree. Now, on the opposite end of things, the last topic that we'll talk about, and we're giving y'all a nice long show. Okay, we ain't even mentioned nothing about the Patreon yet, but we coming for y'all. If your partner, okay, so say it's us, because we're not proposing to any man. If your man,
you're right. No, I'm definitely not doing that.
If your man proposes to you and you say no, is the relationship over?
I would say no, it doesn't have to be over.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it just depends on what the no is for. Yeah. Like, what are you saying no for? What is your reason of saying no?
Yeah.
Because if your reason of saying no, no, not yet, or no, not yet because of whatever, like it has to be a reason. But if it's no, like you don't want to be with the person anymore, then obviously then no.
Yeah.
But it's situational. Obviously, it just depends on the situation, the people in the relationship, and why that person said no. Honestly, there's no big answer to it other than that. Because I mean, I technically was proposed to by my partner. I don't know if he cares to hear that, but it was. And at the time, I said no. I said no, not right now. This is not how I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? We had some things we needed to really like get concrete answers on. And because I like 6 months into our relationship, even before 6 months into our relationship, I knew I wanted to be with him. And I wanted to marry him. Like I was like, what we doing at 6 months?
Women always know
girl.
First.
Yeah, he's like, girl, always know what you mean? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I love you. I love our vibe. He wasn't where I wanted him to be in a lot of areas, but I knew that he had it in him. And if I kept loving him and kept supporting him and kept pushing him to that way, to that road, he would go down it. So I just knew that at that time he wasn't ready. He wasn't really ready for what he was asking for, I guess you could say.
Yes.
So I definitely said no, not right now. But now I'm like, what's up? What we doing?
Yeah.
I'm ready today. I mean, I'm waiting for my proposal any day, y'all.
Period.
Any day now.
I agree to a certain extent. My one question is, your partner proposes, you say no. Did y'all not have a discussion about this before? Like, why is there a no? Like, why is there a proposal if there's a possibility of a no? That's my thing. I personally feel, and that's probably like
question, Joe. That's a very
that is a loaded question.
Very loaded question.
I
it's so many scenarios though. It's so many scenarios. You know?
Yeah. But
why is it a no? Because like how I just said, mine was a no, even though we talked about marriage. We we agreed that our end goal would be marriage and then we wanted to get married. But the scenario, which I'm not going to get into, I was not going to get into this situation, but at that time, it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? It didn't feel right the way it was asked, the way like everything just did not feel right. That was nothing too deep, nothing super deep. It was like we talked about it. We knew we wanted to get married.
Yeah,
but this is not how we kind of discussed it going down per se, or how I wanted it to go down, or in the moment that I wanted to go down. And even though I'm not like a girly girl, like everybody has their like visions of how they get married and all that, I can care less for the marriage. But I definitely want to cry my eyeballs out, and I want to be snot and tears of joy when my man asked me to marry him. So I just wasn't getting that, and I know I deserve that, and I want it.
Amen to that. Me personally, it would be the end. That's all I'm saying.
She gonna cancel you real quick, baby. She gonna cancel you. She is going to cancel you.
At the end, I'm sorry.
I'll be on her about it, y'all. I'll be like, girl, you gotta give people some more time, girl.
And that's what I tried to. Okay, I'm gonna tell one last dating story. I'm gonna tell you the second of the guys that is no longer with us. And then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Okay. So the second guy that I matched with on the new app, he made it out of the app into my text messages. Okay. The app conversations were good. He was asking good questions, all this stuff. So telling me how beautiful I was, that he wanted to take me out, blah, blah. Made it into the text messages. Still good conversation, etc. And I'm like, okay, so when are we, gonna plan a date or whatever? It's like, do you want to talk on the phone? Again, I had learned my lesson from the first situation with talking on the phone.
Cussed out.
So I was like, let me make myself available to this individual. Set aside specific time to speak to this man. We agreed on a time. And when the time was getting closer, I was like, I think I had said something. I asked him, like, are you almost ready? Like, is this time still good for you? He was like, oh, let's push it back to 8 p.m. I was like, okay, cool. Again, I am the type of person who does not like to sit on the phone because I don't like to be distracted. I like to give you my full attention. So if
I will be.
Yes. I will. If I'm going to give you my time, it's going to be dedicated to you. Okay. Even though I could be doing other things, I have intentionally chosen to put aside this time to talk to you. Yeah. So 8 o'clock comes around and goes. 9 o'clock comes around.
Nah, dog.
And goes. So it's like 9:15, 9:13 to 9:15 time. So I'm like, I'm going to bed. Like, if anything, it's bedtime. So I texted him and I said, I'm getting ready for bed. I hope everything's okay. In my mind, I'm like, this man must have died because ain't no way he just set this time, dedicated time that I put aside for him. And he just didn't show up. 5 seconds after I sent the text message, he's like, you ready? Amanda, when I tell you, pray for my strength. Okay? Pray for my strength. So in that moment, I'm looking at my screen like, am I ready? Am I ready? So I had to take like a good 3 to 5 minutes to just compose myself, let the annoyance evaporate. And I said, let me give this man a chance. He still wants to, and he apologized in the text message and said, sorry, I got distracted getting ready for the week. Cool. So I allow him to FaceTime me. Hold on.
I'm about to tell you you were wrong.
We FaceTime. This man is watching basketball. He is watching basketball. Okay?
And distracted.
Barely talking to me, who, again, does not like to talk on the phone. Why? Because I don't like to be distracted. I want to give you my full time, my full attention. If we're going to be distracted, text me, baby. Text me, send me a voice note. Like, make it convenient for you, make it convenient for me. I don't have no problems. This man is on the phone while watching basketball, randomly saying things, trying to whisper sweet Scorpio nothings through the screen. And I'm like, you know what? It was nice talking to you. That's cool. We get off the phone. So I said, okay. That was his one strike for me. Okay. Well, 2 strikes, actually. The one that he made me wait. 2, we get on the phone and you're distracted while talking to me. So I said, I'm gonna give you one last chance. And I texted him the next morning. I was like, hey, I hope you slept well. I know that we talked, but if anything, I want us to kind of meet in person, go on the date you said you wanted to take me on. Okay. I'm available on these days. Let me know what your availability is. 24 hours went by. I didn't hear from this man. So he is no longer with us. He is canceled. His number has been deleted from my phone. He's no longer existing in my world. Thoughts?
Where you went wrong is one thing I never did and never will do if I forever, whatever reason, get single again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not texting no man about anything. If you say you're gonna call me at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna wait for you to call. I'm not gonna wait either. I'm the prize. You chase me, I don't chase you. So I would not have called him to ask him was he ready. I would not have even gotten on the phone at 9:15. He could call my phone all he wants to, but guess what? I'm not picking up. This is my phone. This is my phone. I pay the bill on this phone. So I don't have to answer it, but I want to. So you shouldn't have answered the phone.
You're right.
Okay? Shouldn't have texted him nor answered that phone. And I would not have texted him the next day. If he wanted to go on a date, he would have came back and said, hey, girl, are we going on a date on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday?
You're right. Listen.
You get your panties in a bunch because you keep over here chasing these men. Stop it. Stop. Y'all be on her butt about this.
Hold on. Here's the thing. The regular me would not have thought twice. He would have been blocked after 9 o'clock came and he ain't called. Blocked. I don't have time. I'm trying to figure out this balance between grace and blocking. You know, I don't know what the happy medium is.
That's your happy medium. Don't overexert yourself to figure out whether or not you need to block them or not. Let them block themselves, because if he's not gonna call you, he's not gonna call you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You worry about what I got. You trying to create a list to check when he's actually gonna give you the checklist by itself.
The rope is gonna be.
He would either called you at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever time the time was, and he didn't. So I'd have been going by my business, my phone been on do not disturb. And I've been chilling. Right. And I wouldn't have said another thing to him until he said something to me.
But my thing is, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to say anything to me. It would have been over. That's the thing. Like, regular me, 9 o'clock comes, you are blocked, you have no access. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. But the happy medium, like you're saying, is don't reach out. Let him, if he wanted to, reach out and explain himself and go from there. And I can then make the decision if I want to block or not.
Because you also got to remember, some men don't like to be pursued, right?
And I'm not pursuing him.
You have to look at it this way. We run out of time, but you got to think about it this way. You may not think you're pursuing him, but it could have came across to him as if you were pursuing him.
It came across to me
that in your feminine energy and mine. He could have been. He very well could have been. But I would take that advice for you to stay in your feminine energy. You're gonna communicate with communicate too. You're gonna go on a date when somebody said it. Okay, and that's in that conversation.
Child, I just want to say to the people that have watched this episode, pray for me. Put me on a prayer list. Because I'm really trying.
Yes, please.
I don't want to do this. I need somebody to just take me out the game once and for all. I don't want to do this. It's
I don't want to do either. I understand, but
okay. But I'm gonna take that advice 100%. But speaking of, the ending of things, guys, we have an announcement to make.
Yes, we do.
We waited
I should be happy about it, but I am.
Listen, making a podcast when it's just two people that are the talent, the producers, not the editors anymore. Shout out to Jay. He won't be editing this episode. Thankfully, he gets a break from us. But it's tough, and we have new journeys that we're embarking on, and we want to give ourselves the time to do that.
To breathe, yes, God.
Yes, and have some more life experiences to share with you guys. All that to say, we buttering you up, beating around the bush.
Taking a break.
Yes, as you can see from the title, obviously you've seen the title, now.
Yeah,
but we are going on our hiatus. This is the end of season 3. When we come back, the date will be announced at a later time, but we're going to take a little break to not just rest and reflect, but also to plan for bigger and greater things.
Yes, for season 4, absolutely. Now, our Patreon members, if you're not one, sorry for your luck. Now, they may not get a full hiatus from us because we do owe you something because you are paying to see us and to get content from us. So you will still get, behind the scenes, maybe some updates or whatever. We haven't decided exactly what that's going to be. So if you're one of our Patreon members, please do not feel like we're leaving you behind or we're just leave you out in the wind, honey. We not.
Nope.
This is for the little people.
Exactly.
This is for the little people. All right. Just saying. So if you're not a Patreon member, click the button and become one.
Yes.
Exclusive behind the scenes and all the exclusive in between our break in between the new season. So
yes, because we'll definitely be giving little sneak peeks, little updates as we go through our hiatus. And when we do come back, just know, I know y'all saw our photo shoot. Thank y'all for the love on that. That was just very well received. Shout out to Jerome, Frederick. Yes, I'm saying your name to the people.
I said Jerome in the house. I said Jerome in the house. I said Jerome in the house. Ow, shut your mouth.
He ate that. Like
he did.
That was a great execution, and that's just the what they call it, the tip of the iceberg. That's the
iceberg. Tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we have a lot more coming.
Tuned.
Yes,
we got some ideas brewing. We're gonna get it together.
Yep,
and we can't even tell you what it is, man.
Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned. But yeah, guys, that is the end. For now,
and make sure you follow us on our socials. Stay in style. All right.
And Dr. Johnson's _takes.
Period.
We'll be around. So hit us up.
Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm getting back to my
and mine, even though I ain't doing nothing right now on there, but I might. Okay, turn your notifications on.
Please do, ma'am. Thank you. I've been telling her to do this for years now, so hopefully she gets to it.
It's the time. I'm trying to date. I'm trying to live my life.
We have Jay. I'm gonna just have Jay edited. Come on.
Okay, fair. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. So thank you for riding with us. More to come.
See you in the next season.
Bye.